All right. Good day. I'm train operator CANELLA Gomez. Starting January 1st, I'll be the acting RTO vice president. First, I want to commend y'all on the safety in this building. I see y'all guys take y'all safety very seriously. I wish y'all would take your employees' safety seriously. So one of my main objectives when I take over in January is I want to change the narrative and the ideology of service over safety. I know you guys probably don't believe that's the ideology, but let me tell you, that's how train crews feel. We feel like it's always service over safety, and that is going to be one of my main objectives, to change that thought process. It needs to be employee safety over service. So that's going to be one of my main objectives. In September 2020, an employee, Billy Wright, slipped and fell in 239th Street train yard and died. I'm pretty sure you guys remember that. It was big on the news. Not until I did an interview with News 12 did you guys fix the lights in that yard. I went to actually go inspect that yard, and the yard was dark as hell, and not until the News 12 interview, the lights was repaired. So I'm here to talk about mainly Coney Island Yard. Every month, Coney Island Yard has we have safety inspections from Safety Walks in RTO, and for the past 12 months, really longer than 12 months, every safety inspection talks about these lights. And yet, Superintendent Solomon has not fixed the problem with these lights. Clearly, it's a problem. Patrick Warren, you're the Chief Safety Officer. I don't know the last time you've come to Coney Island Yard to actually inspect the yard other than for a photo op, but I would like it if you would actually come and take a look at that yard and several yards that have lighting issues. In October, a train operator had an incident in that yard, and he was operating in the nighttime. And for him working in this yard that doesn't have lights in the nighttime,
please conclude your remarks.
He was rewarded with a 30-day suspension. So moving forward, unless the safety in this yard and further yards is taken serious, my train crews are not going to be rewarded for operating in unsafe conditions.
Thank you. Please conclude your remarks.
Days. 1 second, please. This is very important. Very, very important. Like I was saying, moving forward, my train crews are not going to be rewarded with 30-day suspension for operating in unsafe conditions. So you guys can take that how y'all want. Have a great day.
You know, I was really looking forward to a productive 2022 with you guys, but today just reminded me of the contempt you have for the workers. I mentioned that I'm coming to the MTA Board on Facebook. All of a sudden, we need vaccine passports to come here. But the same vaccine passports is not needed for passengers to get on our trains, to get on our buses, or enter our systems. What are you guys afraid of or want to protect yourselves from that we can't protect ourselves from? Now, like our VP said, we focusing on safety. And safety is very paramount to us. So we're going to start taking trains out of service and stop doing unsafe favors for this company who have contempt for us. Now, we go sponsor these safety acts for some superintendents. One, Paul McPhee, he's running a Gestapo superintendent factory. It's all about punishment. You have Charles Henschke, who back in 2019, a retiree told me he was going to discipline me before I got the discipline. And then all of a sudden, Charles Henschke got disciplined himself for bias activity. But you know what this company does? Leaves him in power. How can he govern if he already had a sustained charge of bias activity? You have Darpan Tawala, who just recently told his superintendents, don't respond to TRAMELL. No problem. My Facebook get 300,000 views a month. I could go to the media. This is not the kind of relationship I want to have with the company, Craig. It's not. I want to be able to go to my supervisors and tell them of an issue. But since they want to silence me out, I have no problem. Tim Minton, last year on the news, called me a disgruntled employee. We're going to have a safety act and commencement of Tim Minton. There's no way possible this company could go call their employee a disgruntled employee for defending themselves against the attacks of this company. It has to stop. We want to start 2022 on the right foot, and we want to start it right and equitable, not lopsided like this with the company is up here and we down here. We want an equitable relationship with this company or we gonna start taking trains out of service. Simple as that.
Good morning. My name is Jonathan BEATRICE. I'm a tower operator for New York City Transit, and I would like to add to many examples of how the MTA's pretending to care about the health and safety of their employees is not going well. When tower operators who test positive for COVID-19 call the MTA COVID-19 hotline, they're taking upon themselves to tell those that they work with that they may have been exposed to the virus because the MTA is not notifying anyone else. So they're doing it themselves. We're left in a need-to-know status until we get a phone call from one of our coworkers or we see a cleaning crew at our work in our tower. Tower operators who tested positive are being told, and this is if they actually get through to the COVID-19 hotline, to go to work anyway if they're asymptomatic or if they're vaccinated. It's like the MTA cares more about putting a body in the tower than our actual bodies, as much as we appreciate not being stuck in a double shift. And 2 days ago, the COVID-19 hotline was down, and as of now, I personally have no update as to whether or not it's back running or not. One of the reasons which is because we have no reception on the 20th floor. Thank you.
I'm NAKIA Butler, a train operator for New York City Transit. I come in peace, but I come to speak my piece. Saturday, November 20th, 6th Avenue on the L line, there were 2 shopping carts on my train. I gave it over to Rail Control, my supervisors, and I was questioned as to what makes a shopping cart unsafe. Well, last year we had a train operator, Garrett Goebel, pass away from a shopping cart that caught on fire, and it caused his death. That's what makes it unsafe. So I'm here to talk about safety. We have to stop moving trains unsafely. Management has to gain more respect for its workers. We are the frontline workers out there every day in hazardous conditions. Rule 33A through G, Bulletin 72-20 states no shopping carts which exceeds the length of 30 inches in length or width are allowed on the trains. It shouldn't even be in the system. So I don't understand why I was questioned by supervision as to how a shopping cart is unsafe on my train, okay? We know that it's cause and effect. We know that shopping carts cause fires. We've seen one die. That's one too many. We're also doing unsafe acts continuously. They're asking us to isolate trains with human waste. We're not supposed to do that without proper PPE. They're asking us to go and investigate packages, unattended packages. We don't know what's on there. What if it's a bomb? What about our safety? We're the frontline workers. We're moving trains. This culture has to change with management and its workers. They need to care more about us, not the movement of trains. Our safety must always exceed everything above that. We must come together as one and stop fighting against each other. I will never move a train again that's unsafe. I will never move a train again that's unsafe, okay? Where's our hazard pay? Where's our hazard pay? We've been out there on the front lines. We demand our hazard pay. Y'all have the money. Give us our hazard pay. Blessing.